Video here to explain how I do the hinging for my control surfaces on these bad end kits. Again, probably a million different ways of doing it, but this seems to work good for me. So the first thing that I do is I put the aileron up to the wing and I mark where each of these hinge hangers touch the foam, just with a little piece of a little bit of marker. I then make up these blocks, and I like making up basically a U-shaped block. They're 2/4 inch blocks with a 1/4 inch filler in between, just to create a U shape. It's okay if they're oversized. I'd rather have them oversized than undersized. If they are undersized, I just build this up with a little bit of balsa here. I then take my hot wire and I cut these slots out. And what I then do is I take blue nylon, which is a perfect fit with the 4mm carbon rod, and there's already a groove here that's already hot wired by Dan at Bad End. And I basically take the blue and I start here, and as I push this in down this groove, I glue in each one of these blocks. So I basically just keep on pushing this through here. It goes through the hole that are in these blocks. Keep going. I glue this one in. Keep going, keep pushing it. And by the time that I'm done, I have these all glued in with just wood glue. And I have one continuous piece of blue nylon that goes down through here. So I let that cure. I let all these cure. I like using these permagrit sanding bars. They're my favorite. I got a whole bunch of different sizes, and I then take and I sand these blocks. You can see how this one here is sticking out a little bit. It's no big deal. I basically take this, I sand these blocks down flush so that they're all flush with the foam here, and I get all that set. I then take some thin CA and I go in here. You can see that it's a continuous still blue nylon, and I just dribble a little bit of thin CA into that joint between the wood and the blue nylon, and I let that cure. And then I take my look at that, it's in pretty bad shape, my goodness. Anyways, I take my razor saw and I go in here and I cut the blue nylon out so that this is an open space. Obviously that's after I take my carbon rod out. What I'm left with is basically a sleeve. I'll just move this out of the way here. What I'm left with is a sleeved channel that perfectly aligns all these blocks with basically a separation in each block. And it's something that when I take my carbon rod here and slide it in, it's no binding, it slides right down, follows the blue sleeve, and makes for a really nice finish. That will then slide on here, and the carbon rod basically captures the hinge hangers and these blocks, and you have one nice sleeved system that will never wear, because this nylon seems to not wear with vibrations.